Alright, we're back playing some more Monolith. I did play a little bit more. I actually got to Overlord, I think is what his name was. I think he was like the last dude I could fight in the game. And he was pretty interesting. 3 forms in that fight, but I haven't beat it yet, so I'm gonna try to beat it while recording. It should be pretty interesting. Alright. But yeah, we are past the weekend of E3. E3 is still going on, I think. And I have a lot to talk about E3 because, you know, E3 is the big information dump for what new video games that the AAA developers have. And okay, let's start with who is it? EA? We'll start with EA. They're the first one, I believe, to really show their stuff off. So EA, if you know me and EA, I'm not a big fan of them. They're not very intuitive with how they treat their games or their consumers, or, you know, their fans. And the only real big game that I was, you know, kind of interested in was Battlefront 2, Star Wars Battlefront 2, and for the obvious reasons. It's supposed to be a little bit better than the Battlefront EA. It's a Battlefront EA 2, I guess we'll call it. But yeah, the main thing that's easy to get on board on, at least for me, is the no season pass. That's always a really good thing. But considering this is EA, I always have a feeling they're gonna do something bad. Who knows though? Like, really, who knows how Battlefront 2 is gonna be until we have it in our hands. So again, no one really wishes a game to be bad, and I really hope Battlefront 2 really delivers and like gives people something to really love about it. Another one was BioWare. I have a lot of mixed feelings about BioWare at this point, and I guess I was never really a fan. I did play all of the Mass Effect games. I played, except for 3, I have not played 3. I played Mass Effect 1 and 2. And their new Mass Effect Andromeda really didn't do it for me. Didn't really pay attention at all to it. I just hear a lot of bad things about it. So that was kind of unfortunate, especially for people who are really big fans of Mass Effect. Like, if that was your favorite franchise, I really feel bad. Just a lot of bad things that happen. But now, BioWare has a new IP. Was it the Anthem? And at least for me, it just looks really boring. I'm not really interested in it. I know a lot of people, like a lot of gaming websites, are just kind of excited for it because of the way it looks. But again, for me, it just looks really boring. It doesn't look like it's bringing anything new to the table. And whatever else EA showed off on E3, I don't remember too much because I didn't really care. It's just one of those companies I don't really care what they have. I did enjoy Titanfall 2. I did enjoy Mass Effect. I enjoyed Dead Space. But a lot of their stuff that makes them popular or makes them stand out just doesn't really do it for me. Battlefield doesn't do it for me. Whatever else games I can't think of they just don't do it for me. Alright, so the next one, who was up next? Was it Microsoft? And again, with Microsoft, I think Microsoft had the weakest presentation, just because a lot of their games I didn't care for. It was mainly for the console, Xbox One X. Jesus, what a bad name. But considering what it is, I guess it's kind of cool, but they just don't have the games to back it up, really. Like, if you have a PC, like a gaming PC, there's no reason. There's really no reason. So Microsoft was a pretty big flop. I'm trying to remember if they really showed any interesting games besides the Dragon Ball game, but that doesn't count because that Dragon Ball game was cross-platformer. It's supposed to be cross-platform with PC. Or not cross... Is that what the term is? I forget already. Multi-platform. It's multi-platform. It has... it's gonna be on PS4 and on PC, so... Even though that was prominently shown on the Xbox conference, don't really see too much for Microsoft, like Microsoft only stuff. Right, next is the PlayStation. Is it the PlayStation one? I forget. Or was it Bethesda? Let's do Bethesda first because I think that one had the most games that I cared for. Oh my gosh, look at this sword. That's new, I never had this before. So the Bethesda presentation, really the two main games that really got me excited was of course Wolfenstein 2. I enjoyed the first game. I had never recorded it, but that was really good single player, first person shooter. No multiplayer at all, not even a tacked on one. It was an amazing game. It was great. Very Half-Life. I forgot to look for secrets. That's what I was forgetting. More damage, please. Alright. So yeah, a new boss. Never fought this guy before. Oh. Alright, let me shut up for a second so I can just concentrate on this, because I've never fought this guy before. But yeah, if you're into Half-Life-ish type of shooters, there's a lot to like from Wolfenstein. It's very cool. And then of course, one of my favorite games when it came out, and still is, I think I might actually play it again, is Evil Within 2. I saw the trailers, I saw a little gameplay trailer. It didn't really show too much, but man, I really loved that game. Evil Within was one of my favorite games. I know a lot of people didn't like it. I couldn't understand why. Like, it wasn't scary or anything, but the game is fun. It's pretty much if you wanted a Resident Evil 4, like a more modern Resident Evil 4, a sequel to it, it's pretty much Evil Within. And I'm excited for this one. Probably my most anticipated game from E3. And it's coming out pretty soon in October. And that's another thing about the Bethesda conference, was that whenever they announce a game, it's just around the corner now. We don't have to wait like a year or two for it to come out. Just a few months away. So that's awesome. But anything other than that from Bethesda, don't really care too much of. I don't even remember what they were. What else did they put? Something. I just saw stuff I wasn't interested in. Skyrim Switch, I guess. Right, next conference. Nah, who is next? What did Sony come out with? I guess Uncharted, like another Uncharted game. Another zombie game. Stuff that you know, people really enjoy. While I do like Uncharted, I'm not super excited because I don't even have a PS4 yet. Am I willing to get a PS4? Not really. And Uncharted isn't gonna make me get a PS4. New Monster Hunter. There you go. New Monster Hunter I have very mixed feelings for because of what it is. And to be completely honest, the stuff they showed was stuff I was actually kind of want from a sequel to Monster Hunter, so it could be interesting. Only time will tell really for that new Monster Hunter game. It's a very different Monster Hunter 2. But yeah, the Monster Hunter game is very, very weird. It could be like a new open world Monster Hunter. I was reading details on it and how they were going to do 4-player co-op thingies, like drop in, drop out co-op. Not sure if it's completely open world. That should be pretty interesting if it is. The stealth elements is something I'm kind of iffy about, because stealth has not really been a big thing in Monster Hunter. But overall, the animations and stuff kind of look slow. I'm not too sure if I'm a fan of that. But I guess the main thing is that we're finally getting a Monster Hunter on an HD or current gen console. And it's not using the same assets they've been using for years, so should be interesting. Alright, boss. Before I move on to the other presentations, what was there more for PlayStation? Ni no Kuni 2? I played a little bit of Ni no Kuni 1. I bought it when whoa, new sponsor. I bought it when it went on sale for PlayStation 3, and I think the ideas were really cool in that game, but the execution was kind of bad. I wasn't a fan of like how grindy it was. But this new Ni no Kuni game, in terms of gameplay, looks pretty interesting. I like it. Should be really interesting when that comes around. Alright, second form. Inside him. We're inside the boss. Ow. Okay, we're good. I didn't take too much damage. And some ammo. I actually don't think this sword is gonna do me a lot of favors in the last boss, so I might have to change it. Is this final floor? I don't remember. I don't know. I think it is final floor. But yeah, Ni no Kuni 2 just looks really interesting. I think the gameplay just looks really cool. Oh yeah, Ubisoft. Okay, so Ubisoft is another company. EA and Ubisoft are probably my two. Are probably ranked on my two worst game companies, I guess. They just don't make things I really care for. I just remember when Ubisoft was kind of making waves with certain games, like Assassin's Creed. When the first game came out, was really cool, and then the second one came out and it did a lot better, expanded on its ideas, added new stuff, and then all these weird expansions that no one cared for came out. Yeah, I guess the only things I was really interested in was Far Cry 5. And considering when I played 4 with Michael, it's fun, but a lot of stuff just didn't work or was super glitchy. From a playability standpoint, that's really bad, but it was really funny for videos. So probably some of the most fun videos I've made were the Far Cry ones. And I'm glad I paid for that game. That game was fun. Alright. Is this Overlord? I forget. Oh no, Reactor. Okay, something else. I guess one more floor. New boss as well. Finally, all these new bosses are coming out. Majority of time I've been fighting like the same old repeat bosses. So it's nice to see all these wounds. Alright, so sword I have to be in the face to do any damage, really. In an earlier run, I was using sword. It wasn't the big one. And I was on Overlord, so... Was it? I forget the name. Overlord? Overseer? I don't know. Another game that could be really interesting is Beyond Good and Evil. I wasn't a fan of the first game. I played it a little bit, never beat it. That was just okay. But yeah, the main reason why I'm pretty interested in it is because of the director. And the main thing I really enjoy from Ubisoft, like a modern Ubisoft game, would be the Rayman games, the really awesome platforming Rayman games, like some of the best platformers around. Oh, I'm just taking damage. That's what I get for talking about Ubisoft. And but Rayman Legends and Origins and Legends were fantastic games. Like, they were so fun to play. Challenge was pretty good. The multiplayer was awesome. Didn't have like any weird gimmicks like in the co-op Mario games. I have enough for it now. Alright. So, final boss. See if we can beat him. The Overlord. A ton of bombs. But I'm taking a ton of damage. Okay. Just stay calm. Okay. Okay, final form. Okay. Okay. One more form, is that it? Ooh, okay, cool. What was that? I just picked up something. I need 4? What is this? Okay, we beat one thing, so I don't know what these other symbols are. Times hit 31 times, oh sorry. Found, I forgot the secret on the first floor. Alright, cool. Look, a new dude. He doesn't like me. Shop. Alright, we got some new things. 100,000. I could buy that right now. Alright, cool. So we're getting some stuff. But yeah, I did what I wanted to, is beat Overlord on record. So that's cool. Alright, so I guess we'll do one more. while I try to gather my thoughts again on this E3. Okay, everything got harder. Of course we have Nintendo. I guess we can talk about Nintendo for the last one, and then I'll get into some really interesting games I saw. I still missed a lot of things that were interesting, like Metro and stuff. But yeah, Nintendo finally said they were gonna release a Metroid game. Of course, that's what everyone's been waiting for. And they kind of, for Nintendo guys, I'm pretty sure that won them over. 2 Metroid games. So yeah, we have a Metroid coming out for the 3DS, a remake of Metroid, the second one. And one of the reasons why they kept the cease and desist for the fan remake, I guess, but that's still dumb. Remake of one of my favorite Mario games, the Superstar Saga. To be honest about that one, it seems kind of lazy. I feel like they're doing that because they can't make a good Super Mario RPG, or whoever is doing it. Who is it, like Intelligent Systems or something? Who's been doing all these Mario games? Paper Mario games. Yeah, that was pretty much the Nintendo thing. And oh yeah, Mario Odyssey. They prominently showed like a really cool trailer for it. It looks really cool. Is it gonna make me go buy a Switch? No. But I have to say, I guess for Nintendo, fans of Nintendo are getting pretty satisfied with it. I still do think the Switch isn't that great. Just like the Wii U again, it's just like, if you want to play Nintendo things, then you have your console. I hear the Switch has been doing really well, so that's good for them. Just I don't want to buy a console just for specific games. I have to say though, it's once you have a gaming PC, it's just hard to really want a console besides the games. Like there really has to be a game that I really want that's only on consoles. Oh yeah, there was like a Rabbids cross Mario thing that looks really weird. Not really interested in it as well. Not a fan of SRPGs. Right, so we can talk about the other games that I'm really interested in. Of course, that Dragon Ball Z fighting game. Let's all get that out of the way. That Dragon Ball Z fighting game looks pretty freaking awesome. Marvel game we wanted. Very cool. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, in terms of looks dumb. Like, I think the look of that game kind of just looks like a phone game, like a high-res phone game. Characters' faces look weird. Character portraits are horrible. There's just so much bad things about that game. And you know, it's easy just to say that Capcom's losing their touch. And for me being a big Capcom guy for a while, like loving their games and stuff, and this one doesn't look that great, but at the very least, from the story demo I've seen people play, I've seen some videos of it, it looks fun. Like it doesn't look like it's gonna, you know, disappoint in any way. The only problem is, I would say, that Dragon Ball game. If we didn't see that Dragon Ball game in action, we would have been more excited for Marvel, regardless of what it looked like. But because we saw that Dragon Ball game, it's hard to be excited for Marvel when that's around. But regardless, I'm probably gonna get both of those games because I like playing fighting games. They're fun. just took a ton of damage. So yeah, the Dragon Ball game looks really cool, 3v3. A lot of interesting mechanics that we can only speculate, really. But the main mechanic that differentiates itself from a Marvel game or something is the way they do oncoming. Like whenever you kill a character, you don't have to worry about a mix-up when you're incoming onto the playfield. So that's like something that's completely different from a Marvel vs. Capcom game or something like that. But it looks, just from the look of it, it looks like it plays like a Marvel game. It doesn't look like it has all these unnecessary like complications like a normal anime fighter has, like in Guilty Gear. Like that really overwhelming stuff that we always see. Looks like it'll be a lot more simpler than Guilty Gear. Which I'm gonna say that's not a bad thing. I think it might be in its favor because Guilty Gear, there's too much stuff in Guilty Gear in my opinion. Like there's too many mechanics. It's just really hard to get a grasp of what's going on. And that's why I enjoy Capcom Fighters, because I don't have to worry too much about like the system mechanics themselves. But there has to be a balance, of course. If a game's too simple, the fun won't last that long, and if it's too complicated, then it's, you know, it takes too much time to have fun with it. You just have to have that balance, and it looks like this Dragon Ball game does have it, as well as the new, what is this? I'm gonna get it. Well, it's a boss. Give me this. Give me this. Oh, jeez. I didn't know this is a boss. That's cool. It's interesting. And I'm gonna die. Yep, I'm gonna die. That was weird. Very fast death. No unlocked. Alright, we got poop here now. Yeah, E3 was alright. There's a lot of games I'm pretty excited for. There's still games I haven't talked about. I think we have a lot to look forward to. Not only towards the end of this year, but also at the start of 2018, just with a lot of new and interesting things. So yeah, seems like games are gonna be doing pretty well these next 2 years, or at least this year and next year. Let's hope it gets better. Hopefully we don't go back to that gaming slump, that horrible game depression.